Pablo, light it up.
I had to buy the Porsche now, yeah. Trap, 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 trap. I had to buy the Porsche now, yeah. Trap, 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 trap. Got it out the mud, all they ever wanted was a plug. All my niggas thugs, money coming, gotta get it up.
What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. Check it out. We talking Giannis Antetokoumpo. For the love of sports, let's talk about it.
It happens, niggas want me to talk about it. They love gossip, want me to talk about it. It's all over the gram, so I'ma talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Crazy, niggas want me to talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. It happens, niggas want me to talk about it. They love gossip, want me to talk about it. It's all over the gram, so I'ma talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Crazy, niggas want me to talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. It happens, niggas want me to talk about it.
Alright, so it's just this simple. I want to talk about Giannis Antetokoumpo. I did live commentary on the basketball game with the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Portland Trail Blazers last night. And what a great game. Great game. Both teams actually have significant guys out on injury, so we can't put too much into this game. But the Milwaukee Bucks was definitely successful at, winning that game. But you know, they had one of their premier players out in Chris Middleton, which is highly significant. But also on the other side, the Portland Trail Blazers had three significant players out, being Dame Dash was facing, minor back problems, and Nurkic, which we know he had the fibula incident, and he won't be back until probably before or after the All-Star break. But then also Hassan Whiteside was not in the game, which this didn't provide any kind of length for the Portland Trail Blazers. And when you're dealing like a lengthy team, concerning the Bucks, you got Giannis almost at 7 foot. You have the Lopez twins, both 7-footers. That was kind of a disadvantage for second chance points, rebounds, and so forth. So with that being said, I want to look at Giannis's performance. Now, Giannis did pull down a triple-double, so that's actually excellent. But in my opinion, Giannis still needs to improve on that jump shot. He really attempted way too many three-point shots for my liking. He's not a three-point shooter. We all know this. And I know that he's attempting to get better at that three-point shot, but when you're trying to win a basketball game, and this is all concerning being seeded going into that playoff, the most important season, because the regular season is the regular season, but that postseason is the most important season. And when you're trying to get into the playoffs and be seeded the way you need to, you got to be more cautious of the way you perform on that court. And three-pointers is just not his thing. So practice that outside of the game, and when you feel comfortable that you're making enough of those things, then you start to pull the trigger inside the game. Also, if you're inside the game and you're missing your first 3 or 4, going 2 for 7, that's not good. You need to lay off those three-pointers and do what you do best: drive the lane, get to the inside, and dominate where you're dominant at. Giannis Antetokoumpo does have a decent, pretty decent mid-range shot. So, take the mid-range shots, take the floaters, take the hooks, dunk inside like we're accustomed to seeing you do. But stay away from the three-point shot. You have enough three-point shooters on that team where you don't need to do that. Drive the lane, draw the defense in, and kick that ball out, and let your three-point shooters hit that three-point shot. There's definitely improvement on Giannis's end when it comes to that three-point shot. Also, he was terrible at the free throw line, which is somewhere else that he really needs to step up at when we're talking about championship level basketball, when we're talking about you being that superstar, that key player on that team. You got to pick up on that three-point shot, Giannis. And one last thing, and I'm not bashing Giannis here, this is just my ideas and opinions on where he needs to, improve, is, he gets locked up down inside, which a lot of teams are going to be doing this because they understand the danger. And he kind of loses control when he gets locked up like that. So you might want to work on your court vision, understand where your guys are going to be at so that you can get the ball to them when you draw that defense in and get locked up. So, you know, to bring this all into perspective, you know, Giannis is one of our premier players of the league. And to become #1 player, to fight Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard and, you know, some feel like James Harden or Curry, you're going to have to step to that next level. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, you know, Joel Embiid, you know, Luka Doncic actually. You're going to have to get to that next level, Giannis. You're going to have to practice these things really hard that you're deficient in. And so that's just my assessment. Triple-double was great. Don't get me wrong. I like Giannis Antetokoumpo. I like the Bucks and their chances to make it to the NBA Finals. But making it to the NBA Finals and winning the NBA Finals, that's where these deficiencies are going to kick in. So that's just my assessment on Giannis Antetokoumpo. You know, if you guys disagree with me or feel like I left something out, or put it down in that comment section there. Let me know what you feel. And hit that subscribe button for me and that bell icon so you know when I drop these videos. Hit that like on your way in or out. And for the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.
Shit happens, niggas want me to talk about it. They love gossip, want me to talk about it. It's all over the gram, so I'ma talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Shit crazy, niggas want me to talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it.